I'm never ready. You ever notice that?
I'm never ready either.
But yet you're the one who pushes the button and says you're live, and I'm like, hey, geez, what do we got to do now? So what's new and exciting, Uncle Kathy?
What is new and exciting? Oh, man.
Don't we have like new merch?
We do have new merch. We have a new t-shirt.
Tell me about it. I'm curious.
Tell you about it. It's in the store now.
It's in the store now.
Yeah. And it's new.
Okay, it's new. We've already established that. How new?
Super new. Like nobody's gotten it yet. Like that's how new it is. It's crazy, crazy new.
I don't even have one.
No, not yet.
So you were saying this is a public service shirt?
Did I say
This is
that?
to help people, like they can buy this shirt and it'll help them be more
Productive?
productive?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Can't you see I'm trying to work?
I need one of those.
Of course you do.
All right, let's say hi to everybody. Who's
Hello,
in here?
everybody. Let's see. I'm missing people. Okay, Fubar was here first.
Fubar.
Bill McKiska.
Fubar's got to get one of the shirts right
Yes.
away. Oh, all of our
Jeffrey
amazing
Boyle.
mods get.
Fugario. Hank Hill. Uncle Moose. John Bravo. Dripping Glass. Noof Dog 45. Lucas Crockett. John Gowhan. Let's see. Two Hacks. Mr. Greg. Carmudgeon. New Beginnings Homestead, Ellen B. Williams, Diesel Power, Ian Norton, Tice Hot Rod Outdoors, Steve B. Luke, Murder Nova, Screw Tube, Outcast,
Wow, this
John
okay.
Bravo.
All right, it's overwhelming. I can't handle that many people at once.
But there's only a couple more names.
Okay.
Desert Doug, Racer Grin, 3D, Nathan Demo, Jeffrey Boyle, and Brad McGeorge, and Duke's Mopar Garage. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, Young Glock. I don't want to leave him out. And Frank F. Okay, I'm caught up.
Oh, you caught up?
Yeah.
All right. It's finally summer here. It's what? It's about 175, 180 degrees. The humidity's like really crazy.
It was earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
It's nice right now. It's cooled off.
So I was just reading about myself on Fabo.
Were
That's-
you?
Yes, that's like one of my favorite things.
Okay. And I knew about it, but I didn't click on it because I don't have the mental capacity to deal with that. But you do. So what happened?
You know, I'm not even sure, but it's the typical. I'm like a celebrity over there.
Are you?
Yeah, it's like every few
They
weeks.
love you?
a
Is that
month-
what
oh
you're
no, they
saying?
hate me.
Oh.
Oh my God, they hate me. He's the biggest hack. I would rather gouge my eyes out than watch one of his videos. They're nuts. Like they're so triggered. There's a bunch of really triggered people, I love that. I actually like I exercise a lot of restraint in not triggering people because it's like that's like a hobby of mine.
Triggering people?
Well, you've seen
You
me
enjoy
like
that?
like when I get in one of those moods.
I have seen you. But you're very good.
Not
Really?
according to the guys on Fabo.
Well, I think I read something on Fabo maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and it was really bad. And I was like, you know what? I'm never coming back to this site again. And all of you can just like go kick rocks. And that was it.
I love my trolls though. I really do.
They can all go kick rocks. Let's see. Robert Vaughn says Uncle Tony knows his cars. You have to know something. I mean,
Not
otherwise you
according to the
wouldn't be
guys on
able to
Fabo.
do any of this.
Not according to the guys on Fabo. I don't know anything.
Your hacks work for me, Brad McGeorge says. Roll up your windows, yeah. Kick rocks. That's right, Racer Gin 3D. Kick rocks. So, what's new with you, Tony? Besides reading Fabo.
Well, I am
Threads.
definitely missing Brian.
Was that why you got on Fabo? Because you needed that.
Well, you told me there was a new thread on Fabo.
Well, yeah,
about it,
because
so-
unbelievably, I get notified about like what the top threads are from Fabo. That's for A-Buddies only in my email. They send me an email to tell me what the top threads are. So I clicked on it because I was like, I thought that I hid this. And apparently I didn't, but we were like on top.
Yes.
Yeah. We were like one of the top threads, and I'm like, I'm not reading that. So you miss Brian.
I do miss Brian. Brian was such a dedicated troll. He popped up under the name Kevin Turner for a little while,
Yeah.
but then he disappeared again.
You sure that was the name?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
What are you gonna do? Let's see. Joe K says ahoy.
boy,
Sunny. Let's see. Graham Ward, Mopar Euro Nats, end of the month at Santa Pod Raceway. Would love for you to fly over.
there's little to no chance of that happening.
Let's go.
You go. You should go and represent UTG, Team UTG, and I'll stay here with the dogs.
I think I would have to get,
Oh, that?
Yeah.
No,
so-
no, don't do that.
No, right. I'm not going. Sorry, we can't come. Good luck, though.
Pure
Enjoy
blood's
it.
not allowed.
Right. Let's see. Good day from Australia. Urban Cowboy 19D. He has a question for you.
Yes, Urban Cowboy.
Hi, Tony. Where can I start to troubleshoot? Added the filter / return line like in your video to get rid of vapor lock.
Okay.
I run 350 with Quadrajet. Adjusted my pressure regulator. No luck. Stays at 3 psi.
All you're getting is 3 psi.
That's what he said.
Well, he's not saying what kind of pump he has
No.
or anything like that. Is it 3 psi all the time or 3 psi after it warms up? You're leaving a lot of information out, bro.
Yeah, you're saying
But
it
then-
just stays at 3 psi.
According to the guys at Fabo, you don't want to ask me questions
No,
like
don't
that.
ask any questions. Don't listen to anything he says. Let's see. Tony staying by himself with the dogs. What could go wrong? I think he'd be okay.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hank Hill. If the push rods in a 383 are too long and bottoming out, could that wipe the cam?
It won't wipe the cam, but you will get lifter pump up, so it'll float the valves earlier than it should. Is it Mancini has them? They sell rocker arm spacers, rocker arm shims, and they come in, I think like 5,000s, 15,000s, 30,000s. I'm not even sure, but you can shim the rockers to make up for extra push rod length.
Mike N, can you suggest a good floor pan manufacturer for a 65-300 convertible?
I cannot, and I don't. Does anybody make floor pans for C bodies?
I don't know. What a metal direct do they make? I don't
have
even
no
know.
idea.
I haven't looked.
I have no idea.
You guys garage says what's up?
What's happening, new guy? Listen. You did too good a job on Brian, because I miss the guy.
So ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous. I miss him. He was a very dedicated.
Dedicated.
Oh please. He was like family actually, because that's
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, as I was growing up, that's how my family was. So it's like.
Evening, Mitten Made Muscle. Let's see. Elijah says, hi, Tony. Tell me what could cause my Edelbrock 1406 secondaries to stumble, please.
Okay, it's a common thing on those carburetors for them to stumble after they sat for a while. So let's say the carburetor sits for 2 days, 3 days. The first time you get on it and you open the secondaries, it's going to fall on its face. Because what happens is the secondary circuitry, the passages inside the carburetor dry out. And so there's Maggie. All right, guys.
Come on, Cookie.
So the secondary side of those carburetors, there's no active, like for instance on the primary side, you've got the idle circuit, and that's pulling fuel up into the passages inside the carburetor. The secondaries stay dry. So what happens is the first time you open it, the secondary blades open and there's nothing in the system for it to pull through. So it'll stumble, it'll go crazy, and then after that she'll be fine. If you've got a stumbling problem beyond that, I don't know.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you are back. You did a good job of coming back too.
Um,
Very effective.
oh yeah.
Yes. We're all quite impressed.
Let's see.
And you are in the middle of your miraculous weight loss journey. You've lost how many pounds?
8 pounds?
Today.
No, not today. In total, I don't have that much to lose, so it takes a long time.
Still, I think you're a hero.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I just would rather eat really well. Aloha from Hawaii,
Aloha.
Greg Pasaka says. Let's see. Elijah says, thanks very much, Tony. Um, Rural Prepper says, can you recommend a Ford YouTube creator that knows as much as you do about mobiles? Ford. Ford. Who knows Fords?
Well, my friend Andy knows Fords.
Mm-hmm.
Andy would, but I wouldn't say he's as well versed in Fords as I am in Mopars.
Can you please invest in a lapel mic?
Oh, sorry.
Here, I'll move forward.
I'll lean forward.
Good.
All right. A Ford guy. Yeah, there's you see, I don't know how much they actually know, right? There's a Drag Boss Garage, or Drag Boss Garage. I mean, he's a Ford guy. He's like a really hardcore Ford guy. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. If somebody pops into my head, I'll.
Richard Sambury says, what was the hardest tech gremlin you ever had to chase down?
So I had a place called Robin Ford on Staten Island that used to send me the stuff that drove them crazy. And I ran a shop out of my house on Caton Avenue, and they sent me an LSC. Um, and that thing had a mysterious um, like all of a sudden the car would just you'd be driving along and out of the blue it would shudder, everything would go crazy, like lights would flicker and stuff like that, and then it would come back around. And it was just this ongoing drivability thing. And I ended up pulling the dash out of the car, and there was a problem in the main harness. The insulation had flaked off. Like literally, this is where I was at the point with this car that I was unwrapping main harnesses and stuff like that, and the insulation had back there in a period of time. Ford used some kind of they used the covering. Why can't I think today? The plastic covering on the wires, the insulation on the wires, over time would degrade and would flake apart. And I think specifically it was like white wires and pink wires, something in the dye. Maybe it was blue wires. We're going back a long time ago, but that I remember very specifically. That car driving me out of my freaking mind, and along with a lot of other people. I've had a bunch of them over the years, but that one stood out.
Okay, so I don't know if they can hear you. They're asking for a lapel mic.
I don't have a lapel mic.
I have a lapel mic, but I don't know where to plug it in.
You know what we need is one of those sign people.
What do you mean? Oh, the one that holds.
You know, they go like this.
I don't know where that would plug in on this.
I don't know.
I don't know. Next week.
Next week we'll have all kinds of microphones.
Sunny Ray says I can hear you fine.
We'll have a whole sound team
Sure.
next week.
Right. All right. Pitsky P sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
I have a 1989 5.0 Mustang modified with HCI. I'm hearing a low ringing / metallic sound at part throttle. Sounds like it's coming from the transmission / clutch. Nothing feels weird. It accelerates very well. Any ideas?
Okay, well, are you hearing the noise when the car is stationary? So in other words, like your foot's on the clutch and there's nothing moving in the transmission, and you bring up the motor, let's say to part throttle. Does it change with the clutch pedal? Because the two things that come to my mind is throw up error. When the throw up error starts to go bad, that's what you'll get. You'll get that kind of sound, and excessive main bearing clearance will give you that too. So like cruising. Let's say you won't get any noise accelerating, but you'll hit like 2,000 RPM, 2,500 RPM, and you level off for a cruise, and at that point you'll hear like you give it gas, it'll go away. Like so, it only happens when there's no stress and the motor's just like rotating. So I mean, those are the two things that pop into my head as possibilities, but there's so many things could be.
Okay. Let's see. Sign people doing the motion like eating corn on the cob. What? What?
The sign people.
The sign people.
Yeah, we need one.
You mean sign language?
Yeah.
I thought you meant people holding signs.
No, no, no. The people who do this. You
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Well, we need one here because we have deaf viewers, and they have to lip read. No.
I don't think so.
What do you mean? Look,
I don't know.
we could have
I
a
don't
deaf
know how to
viewer.
respond sometimes.
What if any of our current viewers go deaf? Let's say next week.
Oh, God forbid.
But they'll need the sign person.
Okay. The Throttle Cracker says, "Man, I could really use some help." What is it, Throttle Cracker?
Dude, I exist only to help you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see. Well, I'll scroll up and see if he asked a question. I didn't see it. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm scrolling. I don't see his question, so he'll have to ask it again. Let's see. Old school. Do automatic transmission clutches separate with time?
No,
No.
they don't separate, but the time doesn't really. No, actually, doesn't degrade them at all. The only thing that degrades them is the same thing that kills like really any clutch, slippage. Typically, when you find a transmission with worn clutches, an automatic transmission with worn clutches, typically you're going to find that the lip seals around the pistons, because there's always going to be two lip seals, like an outer and an inner, and you'll find that one of the lip seals is bad, and because the lip seal goes bad, the clutch pack doesn't get compressed the way it should, and the motor will kind of like drive through, and that'll kill clutch discs. But they're pretty durable, man. They're pretty durable.
The Throttle Cracker says, looking for a driveline vibration.
You want to attain a driveline
No,
vibration?
he's trying to find
you
where
have?
the vibration is coming from. I suppose, right?
Oh, I don't know. Is the drive shift, is the yoke engaging the transmission the proper amount, and have you checked for excessive play in the tail shift bushing? Okay, next.
Unity Motorsports Garage.
Andy, I was just telling somebody that you know Fords.
He says, "Howdy, folks. It's good to be back in North Carolina. Been too long."
Nice. Andy, did you talk to that guy we discussed the other day?
Let's see. Tony, when do you recommend welding axle tubes on a Ford 8.8?
No, there's no specific point at which you weld axle tubes on any given rear. It's just one of those things where kind of common sense. All right, so let's say you use a positive stop outer mounted control device like a slapper bar or Calitrax or something like that. The center section is going to want to move. The axles don't want to let it move. So the weak point at that point becomes the welds where the tubes are pressed into the axle, into the center section. So like, I think Dana's 60s, we used to have to weld those up. If it's a stick car, for sure. If it's got slicks and a stick car or a trans brake, for sure. If you're using, like I said, like a positive stop outward mounted traction device, good plan. And you can't use a pinion, well, you wouldn't use a pinion stubber on that. That's when you would want to weld the axle tubes.
Do you know what this means?
Yes.
Is it okay to put a BB instead in accelerator pump?
A BB in the
Yeah.
accelerator pump?
BB.
A ball bearing. Well, BB is a ball bearing.
Okay.
So, a lot of different carburetors use different systems, but some of them use a small metal ball like a BB as a way to keep fuel from being siphoned through the accelerator pump circuit as you're driving on the road. So, I mean, Did your carburetor come with one? I don't know.
So the throttle cracker says independent rear suspension, 2-piece shaft angles are good. Vibrations.
Right.
He's looking for his vibration.
Well, you're not saying anything about the drive shaft. You know, so the half shafts are good, and you don't have any weird angles, and that takes care of the actual rear end itself. But a drive shaft vibration is going to telescope itself, and you could feel it as a vibration coming from the back of the car. You see, there's a lot to it. Hanger bearings too. A lot of cars with independent rear suspensions and hanger bearing, very common for the hanger bearing to be out.
He said new hanger bearing.
New hanger bearing. Geez, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Elijah says, Tony, you're the coolest guy on the internet. No
Not according to the people at Fabo.
Don't worry about those guys. I think they're just bored.
They aren't bored.
They really don't have anything going on. Let's see. Winging It Tracy says, what do you think about running an MSD to make the points last longer? Pros, cons?
I've never used one. I've never used an MSD, so I can't comment on that. But I don't see how they would really make the points last long. Well, okay, using it would make the points last longer. But I mean, no, you're just adding complication. You know, use something like that when it's necessary for whatever purpose it becomes necessary for you. You know, so if you've got a combination that consistently dirties plugs at low RPM, you want to clean them up. Good excuse for an MSD. You need a retard. You know, if you need to control timing in that way, and you can use an MSD, yeah, use it that way. But don't just like throw one at the car which so many people do. It's got to have an MSD. You know, use it because it has a specific purpose.
Your channels should engage closed captions or get a better mic. So I thought that closed captions were set.
I thought so too.
And I never checked. I had them set. But then when I went back and I looked, I was like, why is this not set? Why is this not coming up? Because it should do it automatically. And it had been doing it automatically.
I'm thinking it's a conspiracy.
You think so? Well,
yeah.
I fixed it.
Because
but now I have to go through every single video.
I'll almost guarantee.
And go back and fix it.
I will almost guarantee there's a union of those sign language people that have hacked into the YouTube,
to get
thing.
To me.
Not to get to you, but to eliminate the closed captioning. Because if there's no closed captioning,
then you need more sign language
right,
interpreters.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Conspiracy.
So I said it on like the last few videos that we did, but I didn't have time to go through all 800 to make sure that it was working. But I will a little at a time.
We've been stuck at that 800 number forever. How is that possible?
800 videos? Because we keep deleting some.
You haven't deleted that many.
No, we deleted a few. We haven't deleted any recently. I don't know. Excuse me. Your smoking is killing me.
Yes.
Tony, is the world run by lizard people? Is that why there's a push for electric cars? Makes sense. Nobody saw the look on my face.
Yeah. I don't know if that really applies to the electric car thing, which is its own separate scam that's coming apart on its own. Is the world run by lizard people? I'm going to say I'm about 65%.
65.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm about 65% in agreement with that. And then 35% says they're not really lizards so much as generic reptile.
Well, that would be a lizard.
Well,
reptilian.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd say there's a good
How long before we kicked off YouTube?
Yeah, I'd say there's a good possibility that, I don't want to anger our reptilian overlords because then, we don't make the AdSense.
Oh, no
money.
AdSense. Because
right.
we need to
we
make
don't
all
get
that money.
Right. Then we have to have channel memberships and stuff like that.
Oh, good grief.
To make money.
We talked about that today. They wanted to pay us to set up channel memberships.
I will not do that.
YouTube offered to pay us to set up channel memberships.
I will not do that.
Because we're stopping the flow of income, I guess.
I'm gonna piss off everybody.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
I'm gonna piss off
Go ahead,
everybody.
Tony.
I have no respect for a YouTube content creator. If you do advertisements during a middle of a video when there are other advertisements involved. So in other words, like you run a video, okay, with no external ads, but you're going to talk up the latest Hoosie Tootsie lighter, okay? You know, all right, you know what? Fine. But when you run ads and you do that,
Pick one.
no class,
Yeah.
no class,
One or
no
the
respect
other.
for your viewers,
Right.
and the whole like channel membership thing, right? I feel that that's just such a freaking. If you can't make money, I have a small channel, right? In the grand scheme of things, we have a small channel, and we don't get a lot of views in the grand scheme of things because we have a we're not
Very niche audience.
we have a very niche audience, and it's cool, right? We like it that way. But if you, we cover a huge expense with the shop and all of
It's a huge expense.
it's a huge expense, right?
Like you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. So we cover. So YouTube pays for the house, pays all of the expenses for the shop. It pays for all of our food, all of our gas.
We can eat.
We can eat
drive.
really well, and we're able to save money every month.
Yeah.
Literally every month, right? For the last
We're
5
not really
years.
big spenders anyway.
We're not big, but the point of the matter
I buy
is
a pair
that
of sneakers.
we're able to do it off of a small channel with a limited audience and limited views. How either incompetent or greedy do you have to be to have other material, other content that's behind a paywall that members have to pay or subscribe to get? I find that a lack of class. Am I wrong?
I guess there's a lot of different ways that you can look at it.
Because YouTube just offered us $1,000, right? They're like, when was this? Yesterday?
Yeah, they've been offering us.
They've been
money
offering.
to
They offer us $1,000 to open up the channel memberships.
Yeah.
And what we have to do, all I have to do is say, yes, we'll do channel memberships, and YouTube hands me $1,000. I refuse to do it. I will
we're
not do
doing
that.
No, we're not doing that.
I ain't doing that. I only bring that up because this is what's like that. We had this conversation
You know,
just before.
there are
we
a lot
went
of people that do it because, okay, it's their business.
This is our business.
This is our business as well. Yes, I agree. People look at business in different ways.
No, some people are greedy.
Well, I mean, that is part of the human condition. Yes.
No, well, no, greed is not
It's
a good
always
thing.
been. No, I didn't. I'm not saying it is.
It's if
I'm
I'm
not saying it is.
I'm not religious at all, but if I'm not mistaken, it's something about this one of the 7 deadly sins, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No, you have to be equitable and you have to be fair-minded. I want to make all the money I can, but do it in a fair way where I'm not abusing or taking advantage or leaving my viewers who can't afford that. See, that's what pisses me off about it more than anything else, because you get a lot of viewers. You're going to have probably 10% of your viewership that's really poor. Okay, they struggle day to day, right? And like. And some of these people follow you, like, you know what I mean? They really like you. They follow you. You know, you mean something to them. Your material means something to them. And then you tell them, well, no, but you can't see this because you can't afford it. So you
Right.
stay out in
No,
the
I
cold.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah. I know. I totally agree. Like, we don't do a lot of things.
We don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a lot of the YouTube things. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's like the whole subscribe, and share thing.
Right.
I refuse to do that. If I have to ask you to like or subscribe or share, I don't want that. I want you to like it and subscribe it and share it because you're compelled to, because you got something out of it, not because I asked you to do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
We're kind of weird.
I am kind of.
We're very weird.
We
We
are
do
weird.
things in a weird way. But I don't know. Everybody has the opportunity to do whatever they choose to do. Yeah. I mean, it's really none of our business how they want to run it, how they want to run their YouTubes.
No, but it is something that does.
It's our business how we want to run our YouTube.
Yes. Yes.
People do look forward to your videos.
I know, and that's why I would never put any of them behind a paywall.
Right. Let's see. Charles S. says, Uncle Tony, I'm seeing an RPM drop over 500 when I put my car in gear. 396 / power glide, 750 vacuum secondary, 518 cam, stock converter. Is the converter the trouble? What am I missing?
Yeah, the converter's too tight for the cam that you're using.
Okay. You're an old-time guy. Love you, Tony, Melanie says.
Thank you. Well,
I think he's beyond old time. I don't even know what you would call it. We're definitely weirdos. Tony's like the New York version of that dude. What dude?
the dude, that dude over there.
How to be a decent human being? What a concept.
It's not about being a decent human being. It's a matter of being fair or fair-minded.
I would feel very squirmy if we had to do something
couldn't do
just
it.
for certain people.
I couldn't
But
do
like
it.
we were talking about it earlier, like the whole idea of having freedom of not having sponsors, because you can say things like what you just said, and you don't have to worry about
It's like
people not liking the things that you say.
It's like I don't take free parts. I
Right.
can get free
We pay
parts.
for
I can get free anything I
everything.
want, right? Because once you reach a certain plateau, you get over 1 million views a month. You have over 100,000, 200,000, 200,000 subscribers. Now you're an influencer, and really they will give you any freaking thing you want. I refuse to take it. I pay for it, and I tell people I'm going to buy something if I need something. So you're camshaft manufacturer. Don't give me this thing. Give me a deal on it. Give it to me wholesale. Give it to me a jobber. You know what I mean? Always give me a deal, but don't give me the part for free. I don't want it for free.
Oh, okay. Blaze says there's this old cowboy that makes videos smoking and giving advice. Tony is like a New York version of that dude. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the name of the channel. Let's see. Dan's hobbies, Jim Lucas in Nashville, awesome reupholstery. That's good. Brian says, Tony, I like your philosophy.
Thank you.
William Kavanaugh says, hello everyone, I'm late again. Them dead Dodge Garage boys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sindri Atlison says, I would love an episode about why so many sell their dream project right away after they finish the project.
You don't need an episode for that. It's just because there was the journey that they were looking for. Sometimes the destination, you finish a car and it's like, now what do I do with this? And we've all had that happen.
Tava Garage says, that's a shame, Tony. I was looking to send you a Hemi 6 for free.
I really don't want it. I don't want it. Not that I want the Hemi 6. I don't want anything for free.
Right.
I feel that if my viewers pay for it, I should pay for it. You know what I mean? It's like, and the viewer
you're
always
talking about the parts.
Right? Plus, there's if you give me a part, then it's like I'm going to have a natural bias towards that's the whole reason they give you parts, so that you say nice things about them. I won't do that.
It's why they used to give flowers in the airport. What do you call them?
The Hare Krishnas.
Yeah, the Hare Krishnas, right? If you take their flower, then it's like you owe them something.
Right. Exactly.
They wouldn't let you walk away without taking it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a psychological thing. Let's see.
And this isn't new. I was like this when we were doing the magazines.
Yeah.
I was the only magazine guy. And to this day, I'm the only magazine guy.
Linda Arkin hated you, right? Because you would get rid of all the advertisers.
Please. You talk to if you meet any older magazine guy, or even if you're in the magazine business, you're an older magazine guy because the magazine business is dead. But all of them, 100% of them, have shelves and piles of intake manifolds. It's always intake manifolds and carburetors, right? But generic parts, all brand new stuff, and it's all stacked. And it's because that's one of the grifts when you're in the magazine business, is just to score as many free parts as you can. And they do. They take it to the friggin' max. You go to, you look at any old magazine guy's like stash of things, and he's got like 30 carburetors and like 25 intake manifolds and 40 cam and lifter sets and crankshafts and aluminum heads and you name it. They'll have stacks of it because that's the standard grift
They
from
take
the
that as
magazine
their
business.
pay, though. But like,
Now that's the standard grift for the YouTube business.
it is. Like, but how is that journalism if you're taking, how are you
It's not
unbiased?
journalism.
Right.
It's not journalism.
If you're taking things from
Right.
companies, you can't say anything that's not biased.
Right.
People don't understand what journalism is anymore. I think.
So tomorrow,
Old school journalism.
it's funny this even comes up now, right? Because tomorrow I'm going to contact Torquestorm because now that I'm putting the flimsy car behind me, and we're going to put the Slant 6 to some, we're going to push on it now, right? One of the things I want is a supercharger. So 7 years ago, I built the very first Torquestorm supercharged Slant 6. It was a prototype kit. So we put it together. My customer, the guy I built the car for, he paid for the kit, but he got it at a really ridiculously low price. And the reason being is that we were supposed to give them feedback, okay, like how this fit and how that fit. So that's what we did. As we were going through the project, we would take pictures of how this would work and that would work, and you had to move this and grind that, and this needs to be at a different angle. So we did all of that, and that was the first one. So now I want to do both a turbocharged and a supercharged Slant, or the same engine, but the turbocharger and a supercharger. And since we're going to be switching over to the Mule here, perfect. We can do that. Couldn't do that with the other car. So tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to call Torquestorm, and I'm going to tell them. I'm going to introduce myself. Obviously, I'm not just going to call up as hey, I'm Joe Average. But no, I'm going to tell them this is for a YouTube channel. But I don't want you to give me the parts. Give me a deal on the stuff. What's the wholesale or the jobber on it? That's, eat the shipping maybe. But I don't want free parts.
Yeah. Right. I think that's a good way to be.
I think it's fair. This is why I'm the black sheep. This is why I'm the black sheep of the media.
Well, now that you've just told everyone they're doing things that you don't approve of, yeah, probably.
I don't respect greed. I'm
Right.
sorry.
I know. I agree. Although somebody did say that our shirt was expensive today, but our shirt is lower than all the other YouTubers' shirts. We try and
We've tried
lower.
to keep a $20 price point on our shirts for the longest time. For the 4 years that we've been offering shirts, we've kept them at that $20 price point, right? Everybody else is $28, $35.
Well, no, the larger sizes, but up to extra large was $20, and then the bigger sizes because they went up in price.
Right. So
more
now,
expensive.
because everything is more expensive, we had to up the price. What, $3?
Yeah.
And we've already got people bitching at it. at $23, we're still
just did it.
the cheapest merch on YouTube.
Right.
We have the cheapest merch on YouTube, and people are bitching over $3.
T-shirts are expensive to make. They are.
The shirts go up, the ink goes up, everything involved in it costs
My
a little more all the
squeegees.
time.
Right.
The squeegees go.
The screens.
Just everything goes up.
The artwork.
Right.
That all costs money. Our rent went up.
Yes.
Every year our rent
Yes,
goes
everything
up.
goes up. But even at $23, we have the cheapest merch on YouTube.
Oh, good grief. Let's see. Not to mention UTG shirts help your kidneys, Zero says.
Yes.
What's up, Zero? J. Russell Finch says some people. He's questioning some people. I don't know. You want coffee mugs? We did coffee mugs.
They didn't really sell.
Yeah, we didn't sell that many of them. Let's see. Jobber price quit going up in 1965. Let's see. Shirts are itchy. Our shirts are itchy.
Shirts are itchy.
You're wearing one.
I wear our shirts. Oh
Well,
no,
not
I'm
that
wearing
one,
a
but
Superstock shirt.
yeah.
No. I wear our shirts every day. They're anything but itchy.
Every dollar store is $1.25 now, right? So we can raise the price of our t-shirts just a tiny bit and still be below everybody else's.
We have the cheapest merch on YouTube. I see what these other people charge for this shit. It's insane.
It's okay. Evening, David Bird. Laurel Flynn, New Zealand calling, midday Monday. What's up? David Bird says, I got my t-shirt and stickers ordered. Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that very much. Let's see. You said butt itchy. Laugh out loud.
Journey back to the 2nd grade.
Yeah. I'll trade you a used Holly 4-barrel for a shirt.
What size?
I don't know. Let's see. That could be a UTG shirt. Cheapest merch on YouTube. Funny.
That actually would be a good shirt.
Yeah. What would you sell it for, though? He says medium.
What, this is the Holly's medium size?
What's that?
The Holly's a medium
No,
size?
his shirt size is a medium.
Oh, I don't care what your shirt size is.
What size
How big is the
rubber
Holly?
Do you
If it's 750 or bigger, you got a deal.
do you give S&H green stamps? Scarlet Fire wants to know. Can you post to Australia again? Okay. We're gonna try and post to Australia again. Let me get with Crystal. She's like sick right now, so let me get with her Monday or Tuesday, and we'll see about New Zealand and Australia. Because somebody wanted stickers sent to New Zealand, and I guess they couldn't order them
We should send Kiwi over there.
with our
With our merch, right.
merch truck to New Zealand. Yeah.
Well, he goes over there pretty often. We should just
Does he?
pack him down with stuff.
Yeah. Have them peddle our merch.
Have him peddle our merch.
Okay. Hope Uncle Crystal feels better soon. Yeah, thank you. She's got a cold. She's just, her and the kids have a cold. Let's see. Blaze says, I don't know. I don't think it's a 750. I got it at Advance Auto Parts. I don't know what that means.
Is it a single or double feed? If it's a single feed, I got no use for it. If it's a dual feed, yeah.
Joe K says, tech question. On the current Hemi 5.7, 6.2, 6.4, is it true you have to pull the heads in order to change the cam?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I've never done a cam job on one of those engines. Let me think. Would you have to pull the cam, the heads? Quite possibly to access the lifters. I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say I think so, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Campy says, I figured you'd be in a neck brace after riding that Coleman Blanchard scooter.
That thing is tough. That thing is tough. No, I didn't feel too bad afterwards. Like when I first got off of it, man. I felt I was beat up, and then I got a bug up my ass, and I just wanted to take a ride. So I jumped on one of my other motorcycles, a real motorcycle, and I rode around for a few hours last night.
Blaze says it's single feet.
Nah, no good, man.
All right. I'm sorry, Blaze. We tried. Diners Club card accepted on Jobber's price. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Do you have a Diners Club card?
No.
No. We don't have that.
I don't do credit card. I carry a debit card, but I don't do credit.
Ask Kiwi if he will bring back a backwards toilet. What's going on?
It's Sunday night.
Okay.
What the hell is
I
that?
don't know. You live near the racetrack? No.
It's still going.
Yeah. They're calling you out, Tony. The mini bike gang. Fort and the Furious. Germans and biplanes.
That's what it sounds like.
Could be. You never know.
The Red Baron.
At this point, could be anything. Let's see. You don't have to shut up, Jim. It's okay. He says, sorry, obscure reference. Anachronism, Diners Club, etc. I shut up now.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I get it now.
Sorry, Jim.
I get it now.
Fast and Furious invading UTG.
No, that wasn't a car. That was some kind of.
Well, one was a car.
One was
The
a car,
first
yeah.
one was a car.
But that other thing that was going and going and going, that wasn't a car.
Yeah, no. It happens when you have muscle cars. Maybe. Let's see. Down south here, the cops don't bother you about anything.
The cops here are really good.
You're pretty
The
good.
cops here are really, really good.
Sometimes.
Like you have to be like doing donuts, like on small children, in front of them, for the cops to really bother you here.
Okay, Tom is yelling at you.
Oh no.
All caps. Exclamation point.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
I wanted to see the view on top of the hill.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry about that. It actually is a really great view.
Yeah.
But as
He
all
was
the
leaning.
bouncing around and the GoPro kept going like this, and there's no way for me to know that that's happening, and I was not going back to reshoot that. It just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it would have been epic, actually.
It would have been epic. The view would have been what you would have seen is like this. So also, like you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it on the video. But while we were doing that, 2 miles behind us is the NASCAR, the Nashville Super Speedway, and they were running practice laps during the time that we were shooting that, and I could hear them. I could hear the cars in my ear, but it didn't show up on any of the video. So the whole time we were shooting that, they were doing practice runs over at the Super Speedway, but none of the sounds picked up on the cameras.
No, it only picks up traffic in front of the shop.
It only picks up traffic in front of the shop.
That's what's loud.
But yes, bro, the view from that ride that we took was just absolutely stunning.
Right, so we're gonna have to fix the camera if you do that again.
Yeah.
To figure out why it did that.
Why did it do that? Because it was getting hammered.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
well. Bill McKiska sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Bill.
Stock 318 with a mild cam, 4-barrel intake, and shorty headers in a work truck. Would a 650 Holly be enough, or would a 750 be more appropriate? Or maybe a Q-Jet?
Oh, for the work truck? Oh, yeah. For work truck, I would go with the Q-Jet. I think that's probably your best bet. For the work truck, yeah, no, the 650 or a Q-Jet would be the way to go.
Okay. There's a track near where Kiwi did a video when he was in New Zealand. Somebody saying something about hydrazine. Uncle Tony, please start a second channel where you rant about the world tinfoil hat style. Oh, brother.
There's a possibility of that happening, but not on YouTube.
No, not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
David Bird says, I raced a Nashville super truck for a guy in the mid-90s. It was fun. The Financial Advice Channel, Joe K says, no, he cannot give financial advice.
No. Although I could call the channel, this is not financial advice, and then just say whatever the hell I want to say.
CCE sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Tony, would you be up for doing an in-depth video on your breakdown box you mentioned in your satellite video? By the way, my UTG t-shirt gave me sexual powers. Well worth the price.
Of course. I mean, duh, right? The breakdown box is such a to me, it's like a non-interesting thing. And it doesn't matter what I have in there. There's going to be at least 40% of the comments are going to be how I should have had this instead of that, and how do you leave the house without having this, and blah blah blah. Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that's in my breakdown box is specific to my cars. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Hmm. Have to know. I mean,
yeah,
I think you could do a generic one.
probably.
Who cares what anybody says? Let them throw in different ideas of what to put in the box and criticize as well. They can do it anyway. Did you like that?
I do.
Okay. Then what are you worried about?
Well, I like the trolling. Not, I mean, the criticism's okay, but I really like the trolling.
Oh, okay. Blaze sent you $10.
Thank you.
I want to put a Ford Racing 427 crate engine in my 67 Mustang. I wanted to do EFI, but I saw your video on the Holly EFI. Are there any you like?
Honestly, no. Honestly, no. Um, Factory systems, I like. No problems at all. No qualms with factory systems. And for very limited use, like for instance, let's say for a race car, okay, where you're going to run like a Terminator or one of these other systems, where you've got you need the accurate tuning curve, right, or the latitude that a system like that gives you, then yeah, it makes sense. But if it's something you're going to drive, um, you'll get the same economy and better performance from the carburetor. So learn to live and work around the carburetor shortcomings rather than trying to reinvent the wheel with something that is mostly going to be failure prone, will definitely become obsolete. Um, yeah, there's none of them that I like. That said, though, there are reasons to use it. You know, if let's say you're building an off-road rig, you know, where there's going to be a lot of crazy angles and stuff like that. Carburetor won't cut it. You need fuel injection. Um, there's a lot of applications where it's necessary, but on a street driver type of car or street and strip type of car, mild performance, carburetor, bro. You'll always be better off with a carburetor.
Captain Desmo says sometimes in your videos you can hear a radial piston aircraft in the background. Why is that?
There's no radial piston aircraft anywhere near my shop.
No?
No.
Slant 6 on nitro, Paul Capizola says.
I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow, but man, yeah, I would love to do that. At some
Can
point,
you
we
even
probably will.
get it easily though, nitro? Is it?
Well, I wouldn't need a huge amount of it.
I know.
You know, 5 gallons would probably be enough to.
Right.
Well, no, not really.
No.
I need probably like 20 gallons.
Yeah, but like how hard is it to get now?
I don't know.
You should find out. Let's see. D2. Tony, can you explain sprung weight versus unsprung weight in regards to drag racing?
Didn't I do a whole video on that? Like not too long ago?
I don't know. I don't remember what videos have been done.
That is okay. There's no one answer for that because different types of cars react differently to different weight biases. So in other words, like something like well, an unsprung suspension car would be the extreme where 100% of the weight is unsprung. So you've got all varying degrees. So you go from like a stock bodied type of car, conventional rear wheel drive, lower horsepower, like an 11 and 12 second car, down to like a 3 second car, right? And there's different dynamics at work each step of the way. So it's hard to do something like that in just one video.
Chris Kahneman, biased or radial on the drive wheels? I don't know.
For what?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I don't know.
not paying attention. Let's see. Tony, should I build the 460 with this car or hold out for a 351C? It's Chris Greenaway.
Oh, dude, go with the 460. Go with the 460. The 351 is a great motor, but you got to rev it. You know what I'm saying? Where if it's a cruiser or driver type of thing, the 460 definitely put more smiles on your face.
Raining Slant 6 with a chance of cannonball says, thought some third gen Hemis had a feature that allowed you to rotate cam at least one full rotation after you remove the push rods and front cover off so roller lifters hang up in the lifter board to be able to pull the cam.
Okay. Yeah, so I have never torn. I've had those motors apart, but I've never actually taken one apart, and I've never actually worked on one. You know, so I don't know any of the specifics of that.
TB says, any update on the Jeep motor build?
It's sitting there, but it's sitting there kind of for a reason now, and I'm going to cover that in a video this week.
Okay. 480 max tire size for an SPC on 373 gears.
There's no set answer for that. What are you trying to accomplish with it? And I mean, a small block Chevy is is it a 275 horsepower small? Is it a 175 horsepower small block Chevy? Is it a 1400 horsepower small block Chevy? Is it 3000 horsepower small block Chevy? There's no answer to that, bro.
Let's see. Spew 2 Podcast. What do you think about Steve Magnanti?
Steve is great. Steve is great. We've done a bunch of shows. We did, how many shows did we do with him?
I don't know, you did a few lives.
Yeah, we did like 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah, we did like 5 or 6 lives. He's been busy. We've been busy. Like never the twain shall meet, but we're going to get together again. Steve, if you're watching this, let's set up a schedule and let's get together. But I love Steve, and
text Tony or text me.
I wake up every morning. Every morning, what do?
You watch Steve.
I watch Steve.
Yeah.
He launches his videos just about exactly the time that I wake up every morning.
He does the right thing. He does it the same time every day. So people get up and they have their coffee or whatever, and they watch Steve.
So he's an hour ahead of me. So he launches his videos, I guess, about 7 o'clock his time, which is like 6 o'clock my time, which is just enough time for me to get up, mop up the dog piss, open my eyes, roll a cigarette, and then, what?
You pee in the house?
Yes.
Are you serious?
More so now.
Are you joking me?
Please, I didn't want to go into that. But yeah, every morning. I start my morning with a Steve Magnanti video.
Some dogs are in trouble. Okay. Yeah, Steve Mags and coffee is a routine. Yeah. Danny, but I usually begin the day with junkyard crawl too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here, Joe.
He's smart. See, he's smart.
Yeah. Well, schedule like a TV show.
We post so willy nilly. It's usually like it'll be like 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, and I'll be like, God, we got to get something up quick.
That's not true. That's not true. You're funny.
Have you seen the numbers?
Oh my goodness, Tony.
Quick, let's make a video.
Taboo's Garage says, that's why I like these live streams. You guys run these just as I'm having breakfast. Cool. Jeff Jacobson says, how can we meet up and talk a little about the state of the union? We have a small dairy, sheep, and chicken farm. We love vintage tractors and cars.
Are you near Murfreesboro? In the general area?
In Williamson County.
You're in Williamson County?
Yeah.
I would actually be very interested in meeting you because I'm looking for land right now in Williamson County. I'm not looking for like, 1,000 acres. I'm looking for like a 5-acre.
He's in Franklin.
Give him a way to contact us.
Jeff, can you send an email to uncletonysgarage@gmail.com? And then we'll get in contact with you.
And honestly, see, you're already doing. And I don't want to set up a farm, but you are the person I need to talk to about what I should be looking for. And
what about his old tractors and the state of the union?
We can talk about all that stuff too. That's fine, but
okay, he'll send an email. uncletonysgarage@gmail.com.
Yeah, I would love to meet you.
Okay. CJ West family says, Tennessee. I'd love to move either Tennessee or possibly Georgia area.
Georgia's nice, but Tennessee is middle Tennessee. Eastern Tennessee is okay. Western Tennessee's rough, okay, but Middle Tennessee, wow, this is paradise. This is paradise.
Could you stop telling people to come here?
I was cruising around. So last night it was just beautiful out. Right? It was just beautiful out. So I said so I jumped on my Harley, I said I'm just gonna cruise around the neighborhood. And the next thing you know, I'm in Nashville, right? Because it's just and I was riding around. Traffic was a little crazy because Saturday night Nashville traffic is berserk. But Broadway, Second Avenue, I ran out to Vanderbilt. Then I went. When I'm on a motorcycle, I try to get myself lost. I try to go to areas that I haven't seen before, and I did. And I'm cruising around by Belmont, which I didn't realize it had changed so much since the last time I've been there. But like, it's such a happy freaking city. Like, honestly, like everywhere you look, people are just happy. Everything is nice. It's like it's not even real. I swear to God, it's like not even real.
It's real.
Nashville,
Yeah. How is it not real?
it's amazing.
Let's see. Okay. Tony, you need to set up electric fence poles for bigger fruit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'll get right on that.
Thanks for the info. We're in Western New York. Cost of living, politics, and whether we are looking to relocate.
Come on down, bro.
Chris Cadman has a bucket of dirt cheap. Isn't there supposed to be? Okay, so Rick S has a question for you. The 7 1/4 rear pinion and cover seals are leaking. Isn't there supposed to be a valve to relieve pressure? To relieve pressure. Pressure. Pressure.
There's
I don't have one. Also, can you tell the pinion nut size? 1969 Barracuda.
okay. You do have one. Then okay. So if you look at the rear brake line where it runs from the body to the rear axle, and you get the splitter there. Well, the bolt that holds that splitter down is the vent. All right, it takes a 9/16 wrench, and then there's like a cap above that, and that's where the vent is. Um, at some point, it might have been replaced with something. Maybe somebody put a regular bolt in there, but that's supposed to be where the vent is.
Foster says I've been looking at Clarksville. Peter Kovac says Tony's the spokesperson for Middle Tennessee Chamber of Commerce.
I love this place so much, it's not funny.
David says, do you even lift, bro? Is he talking to me? Is he asking me if I
Yeah.
lift?
Do you lift?
I do, actually.
You do.
Yeah.
You're a badass.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Not the first time I've been called bro. I'm playing with you. Getting sick of snow and rust. Tula Toilet says.
If you're cool, come to Middle Tennessee.
Oh, right. Everybody thinks they're cool.
Well,
Who's going to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm not cool. I can't go there.
Well, if you watch this channel, you're probably of the same mindset of the people around here. Like
What
I
if
fit
they're
in.
like part of like the people that watch our channel to troll us? They're probably not of the same mindset of the people that are around here.
Yeah, but generally speaking.
Rick S says thanks, but what is the nut size?
What's the
He's
nut
talking about his
size?
rear end? Was he talking about his
Oh,
rear end?
it's the pinion nut.
Yeah.
What size the pinion nut? Thinking it's 1 1/4. Shit, I'm not sure. No, it's 7 1/4. It's 1 1/8.
If everyone comes to Middle Tennessee, they're gonna ruin it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
No.
Shut up, Tony. Yeah.
There's so much good here.
Right. Exactly. Stop. We don't need any more people, really.
If you don't fit in,
Oh, brother.
you'll leave. You'll be
Tony.
miserable here.
Okay. Let's see. If everyone comes to Middle Tennessee, they're gonna ruin it. Yes. Do you think it's a coincidence? A laundry basket just rests what on a what there on a woman's hip? I have no idea what you're talking about. Laundry basket? I have no idea. I live in. Tabo says I live in a county township of 31 people and I hate it. 20 miles to the nearest store. I'm gonna have to move.
Yeah.
Yikes. Peter Kovacs, it's good, but don't come here. Paul Cabazola says that's what happened to Vermont. Right, everybody moved to Vermont. You know the type of person that moved to Vermont? That girl that yelled at me because I brought you a cup of coffee in my own house. Remember?
No.
She went to Cooper Union.
Okay.
It's a big art school in the city. I'm familiar. What's her name's friend? She stayed here. They were visiting. They were vacationing. With the long brown hair, she stayed here. She was like a feminist, and she didn't shave her armpits.
Oh, right. I remember. I'm not going to say the person's name. Okay.
You remember her name?
I
'Cause
remember. I remember.
Yikes! Yeah, she moved to Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont is. I'm not going to say anything bad about Vermont, but Tennessee. So the growth here. I'm here for 20 years, right? And I've seen a huge amount of growth. But it hasn't really. It's gotten better. It's actually gotten better.
Okay, stop talking about Tennessee. No more people here.
No more people.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
closed.
putting my foot down. We're closed. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Joke is wondering, so when is the mule ready to go to the shop? Does this mean that the duster will have to finally awaken from its coma and move?
Yes, we're gonna have to move the duster, and move the white Roadrunner. This is gonna. So, Bodyman Ron is still in Michigan. He's out of state. He won't be back until sometime, I guess, the middle of this week coming. So I don't know when it's finally going to get done. I don't know. Obviously, I want it done as quickly as possible. And then as soon as it's done, this thing gets over there.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I need him to continue past where I'm at.
Okay. Let's see. My friend moved to Maine. I asked why. I love Maine. And he asked when the last time I heard about Maine was. That's a good reason to go there.
Well, you could say the same thing about Nebraska. You could say the same thing about, I mean, there's so many. There's the states I can't even think of. They're so obscure. I mean, New England is nice. New England is beautiful for like 4 months out of the year, and it's like, but 6 months of
I
winter.
like the winter though.
Oh, you don't like the
Don't
winter.
tell me what I like
You
and what I
say
don't
you like. You say you like it, but as soon as it
I
gets
do like
cold
it.
here, you're like, I'm freezing. I can't take
No,
this.
I'm
When
not.
is the summer
No,
coming?
that's you. That's not me.
All right. Next.
You know I'm not a summer person.
Well, you're not a winter person
Captain
either.
Desmo says I'm in Maine. Let's see. Surf's up in Maine right now. Yeah. First day of serious humidity in Tennessee. Jeff Jacobson says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually hot today. They're laughing now. Let's see. It snows 18 months out of the year. It does get very cold.
Cold 18 months a year.
The South makes you a wimp about the cold. Maybe.
Doesn't make you a wimp about the cold. We're
No,
not.
I get used to it.
We're not built for cold weather. It's like
Everybody's different though.
everybody's different.
You take the heat much better than I do.
Okay. It's like this. Think of it this way, right? You got 100 degrees, which is hot. Okay. You have 32 degrees, it's cold. All right. So let's just use those two numbers. 100 on the hot side, 32, which isn't even freezing, but it's cold. Okay. So now you're left with no shelter. You're left with no way to defend your body. Okay. No shelter. So you've got whatever you got.
Are
No
you
clothes.
naked and afraid?
You're naked.
And afraid.
You're naked and afraid, all right? In 100-degree weather, you could just lay down, curl up in a ball, or lay out flat, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Pull some grass over yourself to like deflect the sun a little bit and fall asleep.
Grass to deflect
Okay?
the sun.
If you tried that trick at 32 degrees, you'd be dead in an hour. So that's the difference.
No, 32 is fine.
Oh, no, it's not.
Dead in an hour.
Your if you've got no shelter, your core temperature drops and that's it.
Have you not been outside in the weather at 32 degrees for more than an hour?
Clothed. Clothed.
The stream just went sideways, yes.
No, think about it. The cold weather will kill you, right? So like 40 degrees will kill you if you don't have clothes. We're not built for that. Dogs are built for it. They have extra layer of fat.
But
They
why
have a
are we
little
running
fur.
around naked?
What's that?
Why are we running around naked without clothes?
What I'm saying is that if you if you just go by the natural way, right? We're not built for cold weather. Cold weather is painful. Hot weather slows you down, right? But
This life is done.
but cold weather will kill you.
Cold weather builds character.
I have enough character. I don't need any more character built.
Funny, Tony. Here in New Hampshire, 32 degrees is freezing, Tony. Water freezes at 32 here.
I know that.
We know that. it's
33 degrees.
We
Sorry.
know.
Okay, 33 degrees.
I didn't know that we had to talk about, like, temperature.
Well, it's the difference between living in a hot climate and living in a cold climate. We're not built physically, we're not built for a cold climate. We have to create situations to keep us alive in a cold climate. That's the problem.
You like it until you deal with 2, 3 feet of snowfall. I've dealt with that.
If I never see another snowflake for the rest of my life, I don't even want to see it on TV. I don't want to see postcards with snow. I'm nothing.
Oh my goodness. No postcards with snow?
No, nothing. I don't want to ever see snow again.
You're funny. Tell the Eskimos they aren't built for a cold climate.
The Eskimos work and struggle their entire lives to stay alive.
I'm sending UT a snow globe.
We'll throw it away. I throw it right over that fence.
You can't grow food in the snow.
Right, you can't grow food there. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but yeah, absolutely.
40 Mamba made stuffed artichokes for his wife today. Very nice.
Now I'm hungry
I
too.
hope they were delicious. Now I'm starving.
I didn't eat enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. Justin Evans fully agrees.
You what?
He fully agrees. Because he doesn't like the snow either.
Well, it's not matter of agreeing or disagreeing. It's just simple fact.
Everybody's gonna send you a snow globe. How about a sand globe? Lazy A-Hole Ranch says it was 31 degrees when I went to work yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
At the end of June?
Yeah, that's weird.
Summer? First day of summer? Oh, my God.
It's weird. UTG snow globes for merch. No, people say the merch is too expensive. We can't possibly create snow globes. Louis says, come to Melbourne, Australia. No snow in winter, just cold, and just voted third most livable city. Pity we have a dictator for a premier, otherwise top place to move to.
Yeah, you guys have some real problems out there. Not that this country is any better, but the difference is the states. See, the different, like, because we're a republic. We're not a country. We're a republic.
We're not a country.
So each
We're
of
not
the...
a country?
We're not a country. We're a
You're
republic.
saying, you mean we're not a democracy? Is that what you mean to be saying?
We're a republic.
We were a republic. I don't think we're a republic anymore.
No, we have a governor. Tennessee
Yeah,
has a
we
governor,
do.
right? Every state has a governor.
Mm-hmm.
So we,
Do you really want to talk about this?
no,
Probably not.
no, yeah.
Probably not the best idea. Maybe we should talk about things that people like.
I like Tennessee.
Yeah, we know.
I like our governor, Bill Lee,
I like Bill Lee too. He's a good governor.
and Marshall
I
Blackburn.
love Marsha Blackburn. There were some people that like got really mad at me because I said I really like Marsha Blackburn, and they were like, they hated me.
Oh, Marshall rocks.
Remember, we were gonna put a poster up of Marsha Blackburn because somebody that we know didn't like Marsha Blackburn. See, it's kind of hard to hear. Thought it was my phone. There you go. Constitutional public. Yes, Zero. Yes. We're not going to talk about it right now. There's a shirt. I love Tennessee. You need an I Heart Uncle Tony shirt.
We send them for free to everybody in Fabo.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good idea. David likes the Lebanon, Tennessee area.
Lebanon is beautiful.
Ride Tech says Marsha. I like Marsha.
Marshall rocks.
She's awesome. That's the thing. It's like either people love them or they hate them. There's like
Right.
no in between. They're not like, oh yeah, they're all right. No, that's why we can't talk about it. Imagine living in Canada. Yeah, sorry.
No.
All right, David Fernandez. Hey Tony. Besides car parts, etc., what stuff can I collect that could possibly have trade value when crud hits the fan? Example: colloidal silver.
I've limited my my scope on that to just precious metals for simplicity's sake. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. There are 1,000 different things. Anything that's considered to be a commodity, anything that's valuable, that's usable, I should say, is valuable. So I can't give you uh, any specific suggestions on that because, like I said, for simplicity's sake, I myself have limited myself just to the standard things. And of course, like I have a wealth of stuff like nuts and bolts and random car parts to keep my stuff going, right? So that all has value to me, and extras. Anything that's a commodity is what you want.
Let's see. Bobby Z says hello from the People's Republic of Minnesota.
Greetings.
GTI Warrior says a republic if you can keep it. Right.
That was what.
Right.
Yep. Right.
The Romans used to get paid with salt. They did. Their military.
That was a commodity
Took
of their day.
salt with them every
Absolutely.
time they went out.
You know, I mean, grain was money for a long time. And in certain areas, grain could be money again.
Okay, AG says, where do you find good carburetor parts these days? I bought a rebuild kit for my Quadrojet, 2 days in of use, and float cracked and sunk.
Float cracked after 2 days?
And sunk, yes.
Oh, that sucks. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know. Contact Eric Jackson at vintagemusclecarparts.com. Right? Is he still using that address?
I have no idea. He's completely off social media.
Look up Eric Jackson, Vintage Muscle Car Parts. He's a carburetor specialist, and he would tell you exactly where to get the best stuff for like a Quadrojet. I don't know where you get Quadrojet parts, other than what you've already bought.
How's the paint on that Duster behind you holding up? I remember when you painted it.
So. It hasn't been washed in 3 years. It's just been sitting there, and yeah, I don't know what kind of shape it's in.
Oh, Dizzy Izzy.
What?
Marsha Blackburn was not involved in the coup attempt.
What coup?
I don't know.
Who said that?
Marsha Blackburn is one of the 300 named people involved with the coup attempt.
Which
Okay.
coup?
I don't know. This is why we can't have discussions.
Oh, that coup? That one? Yeah, I was there. I'm not going to say it because I can't say it. Your Kathy's going, no, no. As soon as I go, Kathy's like, no, right? Well, I'm
You're on
not
your
going.
own.
I'm not going to say
You're on your
what it
own.
is. What's that?
You're gonna be on your own in a minute.
Stop that. Well, I'm just saying. What? I'm not using the. I'm not saying the date. I'm not saying the place. I'm not saying anything other than
There
I
was
was
a
there.
coup, right? Caleb Parker is saying, was there a coup? Right. This is what we're talking about. Um, when's the last time you drove the Duster?
When I parked it back there like 3 years ago. We painted it, I drove it. I think where did we drive it to the guy Steve Harnell's place. We shot like a couple of videos over there, and then I parked it here in the backyard and it hasn't moved since.
You sound like my wife. Do I? Is he talking about you, Tony?
No, it's not you.
Oh, no, I think he's talking about you. It's a coup. A coup. Bill McKiska says. Oh, Maron.
What?
Please.
What?
Please.
You get so excited.
What's that song? Excitable?
Relax. Take it down. Take it down.
Let's see. Where's the box fan? At the shop.
Box fan. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carry van.
Caravan. If the start, Matthew is saying if the charger stays black, how about midnight or shadow
Midnight or shadow what?
for a name?
Oh no, so I don't. It's not going to stay black permanently. It's black. It'll be black for the foreseeable future.
Just tell her to calm down, Tony. That always works.
I know. I know. Sorry. you're you're all like.
I am.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Let's see. I just watched your Coleman 200 ride. I was hurting just watching you roughing it. Oh, what comment getting deleted? No. Travis says, really love that Duster. Sad we didn't get them here. Closest thing we got was just the old Valiant Charger. Did DD Speed Chop stop in during the trek to Georgia?
No.
What would you be missing out of if you build a hot rod using only vintage parts?
Only what?
Vintage parts,
What would you be missing out on?
I guess.
Well, I mean, it depends because I mean, to find vintage, like everything that I mean, just about everything that you have today existed in the 60s and the 70s. Turbochargers, superchargers. Nitrous oxide wasn't a thing, not until the 1980s. But not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Things have been refined.
I thought I saw 64, a dart in the garage. Redonk says.
I've got a 64 Dart at the shop, yeah.
Tony has the XJ. Any cooling issues?
None.
40 Mamba, Uncle T. Do I need a fusible link on a car with a generator?
Yeah, I would put one. Yes, put one.
Franco, what's up?
What's going on, Franco?
He says, Tony, can you pass along any speed secrets that you learned from Buddy Clifton?
Buddy Clifton. Oh, Buddy Clifton. Who was Buddy Clifton? I'm drawing a blank on that. Is that what Franco asked me that?
Yes.
Franco, refresh me. Buddy Clifton. Who was that?
Nathan Demo says, what made the 340 such a big block killer?
aside from the basic architecture and the combustion chamber and the exhaust ports, it's just a good motor. It's just a good all around motor.
Do we
The
even
thing
add?
that sets the 340 apart from other small block Mopars is the bore size. So it's got a 4 inch plus 40 bore, and it's an odd size bore. But the reason they did that was because that's the maximum width you can get out of a small block Mopar combustion chamber, and that's how they got the 202 intake valves in the like the X heads. The X and the early J heads had 202 intakes, and that was the reason for the 4 inch plus 40 bore. Because if you measure the combustion chamber isn't completely round; it's like elliptical, and across the widest part of the widest possible part of the combustion chamber is 4 inch plus 40. So that was the reason they arrived at that size, and that's the one advantage that it has over all of the other small block Mopars.
Larry's Lagoon sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you for your build in plateaus video. Becoming overwhelmed is a very real problem for some of us.
Yeah, I don't know why more people haven't done videos like that, but I think there are other aspects of that whole situation that I think we're going to go into. There's the feedback on that video was fantastic. It hasn't gotten a lot of views, but we don't do everything just to get a lot of views. As long as it got enough views to pay for the day, that's fine. Um, but all of the feedback on that video was really good. People, it really seemed to resonate with a lot of people. So we are going to do more along those lines.
Franco says Buddy was Dale Barlett's right hand man.
Oh no, I never met him. He was gone. He was gone during the period of time that I was there. I was it. I was 100% of his crew and everything.
Let's see. How do you stop dieseling at shutdown?
Close the throttle blades.
Holly Sims, Uncle Tony, I'm going to take off for tonight, but I'm glad to see you're looking happy, and I hope you have a good evening. I'll be long gone before you guys read this chat. See you next time. Let's see. Poor Rich. Have you dealt with any medium-duty late 50s Chevy trucks? I appreciate your time and content.
I have not. I have not in any significant way. I mean, I'm sure through the course of my life, I may have done, I don't know, done a clutch on one, but nothing of any consequence.
Chris Cameron, blast engine in the mini bike?
What was that?
Blast engine in the mini bike?
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about it in a cart. I think maybe building a shifter cart around a blast engine could be a blast.
Charles S.
Blast.
says, do a video on the blue Roadrunner in the garage. It can be about putting a car back on the road after being in storage, sitting for a long time.
That's actually what the white Roadrunner is going to be for, because I've got to go through that entire car from one end to the other. That's up after the mule. The mule goes to the shop. We get that together and running. Then the white Roadrunner goes to the shop. When the white Roadrunner is gone, I'm free to, because right now the way the car, it's just dead in the driveway. So as soon as I've got the white Roadrunner out of there, I'll be able to move the blue one in and out. So there's just moving things. Yeah, I'm one guy. I'm doing everything I can just to keep it all together and moving forward. But yeah, all of those things before the end of the year, the plan is to have all of those things going.
The street lights have come on, yes. It's a Mopar channel, no Tri-5s. I'm looking forward to the Duster moving, honestly.
I'm not a Mopar channel. We use we're a general hot rod kind of channel, muscle car hot rod channel. I just use Mopars to show examples.
What is that noise over there?
I don't know.
They're talking to each other. 4-inch plus 40, explain.
The bore. It's 4 inch plus 40 thousandths, 4.040.
Is this okay, this umbrella? It's getting windy and it keeps
It's
moving
okay
the
right now,
table.
but we'll lower it.
All right. I think it's supposed to storm tonight.
It is.
Is your favorite Mopar engine really the 383?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I had to pick one, if I could only deal with one engine for the rest of my life, it would be the 383.
What's your thoughts on the third generation Charger stepchild?
Stepchild. What do you mean?
Third gen Charger. I don't know.
Well, the third gen Charger is an A and a B, right? So there's like, so you got the first gen, obviously 66, 67, second gen 68 to 70, and then third gen is actually two completely different cars, because 71, 72, and 73, 74 look a lot alike, but they're not. There's no interchangeable. On those cars, the glass is interchangeable, the trunk lid is interchangeable, the hood is interchangeable, and nothing else is. It's all completely different. So I forgot what even the question was.
I don't know either. Do you like having AMCs, Tony?
Yes. Yes.
Can you put evac on a small block with manifolds?
No. Well, I mean, can you put a pan evacuation system on a small block with manifolds? Okay, yeah, it would function pretty much the same as a road draft tube would. Yeah, you could. I don't know if it would be as effective as a PCV valve, though. Pan evacuation systems really only work at high RPM. They don't work at low RPM. There's too much reversion in a pipe, right? So typically they're in the collector, and at lower RPM, you know, there's pulsing. Okay, now pulsing is a reversion inside the pipe, so you would get pressure in one direction, which would act as a vacuum, and then like a thousandth of a second later, you've got a wave coming the other way, which would be pressure. So it's not going to be effective at low RPM. The pan evacuation only becomes effective when the time between pulses is short enough so that it's all moving in one direction. So you just use a PCV valve.
Let's see, Tony, can you do a video on how to make a smoke machine?
Maybe.
Maybe. What was your first muscle car?
What's my first muscle car? I had a '69 Charger.
So yours says, why buy one?
It's more interesting if I make one, right?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
CJ West family, off topic, but have enjoyed your content for years. Advice to someone looking to start a YouTube channel.
Same advice I've given, I can't tell you how many people since I started doing this. Make sure your content has some kind of value. And I mean, what is the value? Is it entertainment value? That's fine. Make sure it's entertaining. Is it educational? Well, then make sure that whoever watches it is going to learn from it. So make sure your content has value. That somebody, whoever clicks on it, is going to get something from it. And then you got to be on the good side of the analytics, and the way you do that is to post frequently. My experience is never go more than 48 hours between uploads. Ideally, you want to do it every day. You want to put something out every day. It's not always practical, not always possible. It's a real drain, I mean, especially you're doing this for. I mean, oh God, it's after the first year or two, it becomes and to avoid going over topics that you did before, it becomes a real nightmare. But post frequently, and never go more than 48 hours between uploads, and that's probably the best advice I can give.
Sugi says, what videos did you delete? Did you delete any tech videos?
I don't remember. I mean, I've probably deleted. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably 150 to 200 videos, but most of them were very early videos, and topics that we covered or expanded on in later videos. So we got rid of all. Yeah, I'm going to say 150 to 200 videos we deleted.
Joe cases every day like Steve Maggs.
Yeah, he's the perfect example.
I feel like this umbrella is going to fly out of the table.
See, Steve followed my advice.
Yeah.
He came out of the blue,
Mm-hmm.
did everything exactly the way I just said. I said to you now, and he stuck with it religiously. And he's got over 100,000 subs. He gets his videos get about approximately
Did he hit
the same.
100,000?
Yeah.
Did he hit it?
Oh, he's there. He's right
He's
there in that range.
Like I think he was like 97 or something.
Yeah, he's monetized. I mean, he's been monetized for a long time. He's doing great with it, and that's exactly what I'm telling you right now is word for word what I told Steve to do, and he's doing fantastic.
Let's see. Cody Welch. Tony, do you know any major problems when building a 400 with a 440 crank to make a 450 one-stroker?
No problems at all. It's a combination that Chrysler should have done.
Let's see.
You know what? Let them out. They may have to make PP.
They're gonna bark.
They may just have to. Maggie was just jumping at the door like it was important to her to come out.
All right, I'll be back.
Where you going? I hate when she does that. She leaves me like this, and I have no way to. I don't know where she's going. She just disappeared. So, I'll come around and wait. I gotta find glasses. Maggie, shush. Good girl. Maggie's making a good girl over there. Okay. I got my glasses. So I can read questions. Okay. So let's see. What a nice picture that is. All right. Arrowhead Garage. Let's see. Big typing for Tony. I have my glasses. We're good. Buffalo Campo. What's happening, Buff? David Fernandez. Tony, if you're an American going in the bathroom and an American coming out, what do you while you're in there? I don't know. Me, Tracy, it's hard to create content on a regular basis. You have no idea. Let's see. We can talk about lizard people. Okay. Mrs. UTG. I don't know. She just disappeared. We're in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Let's see. Stoic Steel UT. Do diesel content, please. Possibly. Not too often. Lander at least put the dog in a chair. She's busy barking at the neighbors. Let's see. Would you say build in plateaus or just constantly evolving the project? I use okay. So projects evolve, but the evolution is a slow process, and evolution is like refinement. So like let's say you reach a plateau and you decide, well, I want to throw a better coil in there, or I want to put a cam in it or whatever. That's not really deviating from the plateau. The plateau means that the basic package of the car is usable, and you could just stop right there and not go any further, and you're happy with it. Fubar just put the link to the merch. Thank you, Fubar. Let's see. Chris Greenaway, Tony, do you want to work on a Merc Fastback? I'll donate it to the channel. Thank you, brother, but I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Twisted Mopar Garage, how are you? Kiwi's head is huge. Kiwi's head, I could not believe how big Kiwi's head is. It's deceptive. Honestly, it's deceptive. Till he goes to put it on a hat, and it's like, oh my God, right? Arrowhead Garage, Tony's dog barking has my dog looking around like, the Twilight bark. David Fernandez, Kathy is an inspiration. She emancipates out in personality and character beyond recognition. Well, if she ever comes back out again, we'll tell her that. Let's see. Dada Breton, what's happening, brother? Oh, here she is. She's back. Why does my 318 two-barrel... Oh, God. Why does my 318 two-barrel be too rich and backfire in exhaust when I let go of the throttle? If it's backfiring in the exhaust, it means you have a vacuum leak or you have a leak someplace between the exhaust manifold and back. Because when you let off the gas, it's going to suck in air, and the air will ignite the fuel. It's already in the unburned fuel. That's in the exhaust system. Hello, you came back. Okay, that was tough. I was in a panic. I couldn't find my glasses. I was like, ugh. Okay.
Smoking Man, can you tell me what stock? Oh, what stock you got? Help a brother out. No, you're right.
Which stock?
No stock.
Oh, no stock. I am completely out of the stock market, or any markets like that. And no, I'm not in cryptos.
This isn't financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
Is Tony painting the Charger?
Well, as soon as we get Body Man Run back in circulation.
Let's see. Mopar powered submarine.
Would have done better than that last thing.
What last thing?
Just the little sub that.
Oh, I didn't
The
know
little
about
sub that could.
Couldn't. Ooh, I got a bug in my hair.
That's not a bug. That's my love for you.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
Same thing. Wait, I had a question here and now I lost it. Oh, where'd it go? It was a good one. Tony tried to do your job, Kathy, and somewhat succeeded. Well, yeah, I mean, he can read. I'm very proud of him for that. Okay, I don't know where that question went that I was going to read. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll find it again. All right. Did I have you in a frenzy with my disappearing act?
Well, I
needed
freak
to
out.
use the ladies' room.
Okay, but you could have said,
What? I said I'll be right back.
Well,
'Cause I
but
got up to let the
it doesn't
dogs
matter. I was
out.
in a panic.
Oh, come on.
I didn't know what to say. I had nothing to go on. I had not, and so like, okay, I got to read questions. Oh my God, I don't have my glasses. So and I couldn't leave them for too long. So I ran inside, and luckily I found these in the drawer, and I was able to save the day, while you were
You saved
tinkling or whatever the hell you were doing. You were making tinkle.
Oh, Tony, please.
You were doing good,
You
girl.
want to know why I woke up, right? Oh my goodness, you're killing me. Oh. All right, Tony gets bad separation anxiety when I leave.
It, it's funny like that, right? Because you could ask her, okay? Nothing phases me. Just literally nothing phases me, except little stuff like that. And then it's like, oh my God, what do I do?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thank you, David Fernandez. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Let's see.
Did you bring enough banana for everybody?
Teamwork. No, it's my banana. I'm hungry. Yeah, please. You can't be serious. UT, we need more happy little engine series. The ones you teach us how to paint an engine block, do valve covers, timing covers, etc. The joys of painting, the fun stuff.
When it's appropriate.
Let's see. Yes, Charles S. I heard him say that. I heard it.
What?
I was doing good girl.
You were doing good,
Ladies'
girl.
room. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna kill you. Who has Tony slighted this week? Everyone. Everybody. Ari's asking.
Next.
Who have you slighted? How's the garden? Beautiful.
Yeah. It's flourishing.
Yeah, it's really nice. I asked Tony if he wanted to sit on this side in front of the garden.
I did.
And
She
he
did
was
rather.
like, no.
We need a car in the background.
No, there's no car there. And then he's like, I could drive the car through the fence. And I was like, please don't. Whatever happens to the 4.0 engine build series?
Coming back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I asked the same question.
with a slightly different possible twist. I'm not completely decided yet, so
Have you
just chill.
heard the
Huh?
Jeep? The sound that the Jeep makes?
It makes the same sound. That's
I
the
drive it
plastic.
places in public. I'm just saying.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna post it for you guys so you can hear it without Tony knowing. You can tell me if it's good. Um, do I start the garden from seed or get the plants already grown? Okay, so this year was really busy building the coop for Crystal and John and the kids, so I ended up buying plants. I didn't even try and start from seed.
Yeah, we had months of a sidetrack.
And then Poppy was sick and it was just
Right.
crazy. Like really
Hey,
crazy.
Darla. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here.
Tony, would you consider yourself a nerd?
Can you see Darla?
Uh-huh.
I am a total nerd. Yes, absolutely.
Me too. Am I more of a geek or a dork?
Neither.
More
Nerd.
nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah. We need nerd shirts.
No, I'm a total nerd.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
me too.
That's how I'm able to do this freaking channel. I am a nerd. I'm always reading. I'm always learning. I'm always, and that's been my whole life.
Do you guys just grow flowers or are you going veggies? Both. Both. We've got eggplant and tomatoes and peppers.
How's the strawberries doing?
They're right there. They're little. I don't know.
Maggie
It's the
stopped
first
eating
time
them?
I've grown strawberries and I'm not having a good go of it. Everything else I do is pretty good, but the strawberries.
Maggie was eating all the strawberries.
The dog was eating all the strawberries. Yes.
Did you eat my strawberries? Why you look so happy?
Nerd power. Yes. Tony, do you like Star Trek?
Nah, I never really got into it.
Jake, would you see a slant? Sorry, I'm chewing.
He's worse than dead Jim. His brain's gone. The
That's a
only
good
line I
t-shirt.
remember from that
Can we
entire
put that on a t-shirt?
T-
Well, he's worse than dead.
he's worse than dead Jim. His brain's gone.
Jake says, would love to see a slant on Nitro after you said that in one of your latest videos.
There are so many things I want to do with a slant that I wouldn't do with that car, and that's one of the, that's. And as we get deeper into this mule project, I'll more on it. But yeah, getting rid of that car liberates me, or getting rid of that package, okay, that roller, liberates me to do a lot of other stuff. So, or it opens the possibilities for a lot of different things. And yeah, I'm stoked about it.
Let's see. Strawberries produce better the second year. Oh, okay, Jerry. I didn't know that. Like, this is the first time I've grown strawberries, and I was like, I'm not doing well with these. I mean, they're big, but they're really not producing.
They're not big. They're invisible.
The plant is grown.
Oh, the plant.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
the plant
Maggie, there
itself
isn't a
is
single
big.
strawberry on here.
Maggie probably got them.
Maggie, are you? Where is she? Maggie. She doesn't listen. It's like she's the boss.
Yeah. How do you prevent wildlife from getting at your plants if you have any animal problems, that is? I'm dealing with the birds, squirrels, and so on.
Did you eat the strawberries?
Well, we have beagles in the yard
Did you eat the
all
strawberries?
the time, like a lot of the time. And I have a small fence around the garden, and then behind the little picket fence, I put chicken wire so the rabbits can't get in there. So it's only like 2 feet tall, but the rabbits can't get in. So
You
I
the
don't know,
boss?
that's really, I don't get squirrels or anything back here because the dogs. The 8-foot fence. No. Any tips how to stay organized? Project and business. How do you stay organized, Tony?
I don't know how I do it. If you were to, well, I'm sure a lot of people like this. Like if you were to look at how I have things organized, you'd say, oh, that's utter chaos. But it's all organized the way my brain puts it together, which is not going to be the same way that yours puts it together or the next guy's puts it together. So I'm fairly organized. Like I know where things are, right? Well, but you'll never find them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really have any tips on that.
When the camera goes off, she better run the strawberry eater. No, I know she does it.
Yeah, she's doing it right
She's doing
now.
it right now.
Maggie.
You see her? She's in the
Yeah.
the
Stop.
strawberries
She's
are in
going.
there.
She's digging into the strawberries.
It's
That,
funny.
you're gonna leave them for Daddy. Those are my strawberries.
No, you're not gonna get any.
Yeah. No. Look at her.
I know. She digs in the plant. Eats the strawberries. Can you see her?
You probably
I'm
can't.
tilted.
She's in the
Can
shadows.
you see? She's digging in the
Yeah.
yeah.
She's eight one.
This is why we don't have strawberries.
Yeah.
Oh my
Strawberry
goodness.
eater. Those are my strawberries. You can't get away with this stuff.
Who does the video editing?
Huh?
Who does the video editing?
Maggie. Yeah. Go eat
Maggie?
the strawberries.
Maggie edits? Goodness, I can't catch a break.
Like she's digging in there like a savage.
I edit and Tony edits with me, depending on the video. We'll sit and we'll go over it. But Tony's not allowed to touch the computer.
I don't touch the
Because he
computer.
always screws something.
Yeah.
I swear. All he has to do is like put his hand on the mouse and everything goes kablooey on,
I don't
on
touch
my
the computer.
programs. And I'm like, what'd you do? I'm like, just don't touch it. Editing software recommendations?
I limit my exposure to technical things, like modern, computer technology, to the channel changer.
Right.
As far as I stop at the channel changer.
I use Premiere Pro, but I heard that DaVinci is also very good. So I think that those two programs are pretty good. I like Premiere Pro because it's easy because I know like the other programs like Photoshop and Illustrator, so they're all kind of pretty much the same. I just don't like to pay for it. It's expensive. Where's Normal James? I don't know, Tony. Where is your brother?
He comes and goes. Sometimes he'll be on these lives like 3-4 of them in a row, and then he disappears for 6 months.
6 months. UTG need to get rid of 3 bodies, lime or acid. Oh my goodness.
I mean, if you don't have a pig farm handy, lime takes way too long. You'd want acid.
You've heard of DaVinci? Yeah. I think that like you can get a free version of DaVinci and it's pretty good for like basic editing. Let's see. I use InShot because I can edit right on my phone or on my tablet. Let's see. Talking about wood chippers, pig farms. Someone's asking what's going on with Mr. Rotter, and we don't know.
I don't know. Dallas is
We don't know.
doing his thing. I have no idea.
Let's see. This is not body disposal advice, no. David Bird says, always nice chatting with you. Gotta run. Dutch 572 says 69 Lincoln Mark III pulled motor over a rotted freeze plug. Gonna fill oil leaks. Is it worth pulling heads and do some porting cleanup? Match to gain. 464, 365 horsepower factory rating.
Yeah, I mean, if you're inclined to do that sort of thing, it sucks you got to pull the motor to get a freeze plug. I've had to do that, But, I mean, can you think of a better time? And you give the whole thing a real nice thorough cleaning and throw a paint job on it. So, I mean, yeah, if you're so inclined to pop the heads off, you might as well go all the way.
Good grief.
What's that?
Your brother is on
Normal James.
Swamp Rat. Just listening, Ari. Kathy doesn't read my comments. I do too. I read your comments all the time. Would you tell your brother you tried to call him?
3 times.
Yeah,
There's
multiple
never any
times your
answer.
brother has tried to call you.
What kind of person doesn't answer their phone?
You don't answer your phone.
Oh,
And
well,
every time James called me on my phone, I was like filming or something, so I couldn't pick up my phone or go get my phone because I don't keep it on me when I have the camera. Sorry, James. Call your brother. What's up, Terry? Special Agent James. Somebody just made a name. Special Agent James. I thought, wow. Uncle Bro. Yeah. If somebody uses an ad blocker, do you still get paid?
if it's the YouTube ad blocker, yeah.
Or do people not want us to get paid?
When they break down, if you go to the analytics page, the money part of it for each video, they'll tell you how much you made off of AdSense and how much you made off of the ad blocker fund. So yeah, we get paid.
Well, no, it's people that pay for their, what is it called?
Yeah,
You can
YouTube
get it
Premium.
With, yeah, YouTube Premium.
Right.
Right. I'd pick up if you all called me, Special Agent James says. Okay, so let's go over this again because apparently they keep getting through the UTG scammers, the impersonators.
Okay.
So the last 3 days or 4 days, every day it's like I keep blocking them and like they'll just add another dot after the at Uncle Tony's Garage.
Okay.
So like they keep making new accounts, and people are responding to them saying, "Oh, I don't have Telegram," or "How can I get in touch with you?" Like I see these comments, like people think that it's actually us. So we need to either in the video
Do a
you have
disclaimer in the
to
video.
do a disclaimer so people see that and be like, I'm not going to answer
But I mean,
these
how many?
people.
I,
But it's weird because I'm blocking them. I'm blocking them. You can't block people anymore. You can only hide them from the channel. But it seems like they're responding to them even though I can't see them anymore.
I don't know. You know, you can't save everybody from themselves.
Well, no, but then people sent us emails they were going to sue us because they fell for it.
Well, let them go ahead and sue us. That's ridiculous.
They were going to sue us because we stole money from them.
Well,
They were going to call the cops
well,
and they were going to
excellent.
sue us.
Then I'll have my dream
What dream?
to be on Life of Palos.
Ari says I'm responsible. Sorry, guys. Not funny, Ari. Not even a little funny. You're driving me crazy.
I don't even notice it.
It's a script, bots responding to bots. Well,
That-
some of those are. Those are the ones for investments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I delete them. Cops don't handle civil matters. Well, you would think that. He's calling the cops and suing us. He wanted his money back. Those are always great emails to get. I want my money back. And I'm like, what? If you fall for them, you probably deserve it.
This is my
it shouldn't
thoughts,
be
yeah.
on technology.
That's my thoughts.
No, I don't want the people that follow our channel to get scammed.
No, but it's not. I can't. You can't save the world from the world.
Terry, Tony, please answer my question.
Okay.
Brent said you lie about your engine repair. I don't think so.
I lie about everything. There is not a single thing I've ever uttered on this channel that's the truth. I mean, it's time that I come clean. It's
Yeah.
time that I come clean. You know, none of those cars are mine.
No.
And I have other people come in and do work while I, you know, I get drunk, really. I get drunk, I flop around on the floor like a fish. I pass out, I black out. When I come to, the work is done. You know?
Right, and then you go make a video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, I literally lie about everything. I'm
Everything.
pathological. I can't help it. I can't help it. But that's my charm.
And all you have is junk.
It's
That's
not
not
even,
really
I don't
yours.
even have that.
Right,
I
it's
don't
not
even
even
have
yours.
that. And please, when the people who own this house come back, because that's why we gotta knock this, video out. Well, we gotta stop this live by like 9 o'clock, like that, 9:30 at the latest, because they come home at 10 o'clock, and if they see us sitting back here just lounging around, I'm gonna get whipped again. And
Yeah. You lied
I
constantly on
lie
the
about
Economic Ninja
everything,
Live,
everything.
apparently, too. Dada says, I thought you had a magic wand. Um, I could also sell counterfeit Uncle Tony shirts out the back of my Apache. People were doing that too.
Yeah, yeah, we've
Selling
had people
shirts,
selling. Yeah.
selling face masks with the UTG logo on
Yep,
them.
yep, yep, yep.
That was fun.
See, all this stuff bothers her, and I don't even
Well,
notice it.
no, because I end up when they take the videos and they put them on different platforms
Right.
and they go on Redbubble and they sell our merch and stuff like that, then I have to go on there and be like, please stop selling our merch.
Let him, let him,
Let them go.
let him go. Just focus on making videos.
Mike says, glad I found this channel. You literally remind me of my old drunk Uncle Tony.
Yeah. It's amazing I'm able to sober up long enough to do these lives,
Amazing.
to be honest with you.
Are you in front of a green screen?
No, this is real.
Rambo says, love the UTG channel. Been awesome help. Love to see a SBC best heads for the buck to build video.
If I was a little more educated on the current lineup of small block Chevy heads, which there's like hundreds of them, I could do that. But there are so many other people who know those cylinder heads, those engines intimately, and are up on all of the current parts and technology. I wouldn't be the right person to do that video.
Tony CGI. Jungle Tony and his fleet of hobos kicking rocks and rolling up windows. Yeah. Let's see. Have you met any guitar pickers in Nashville? There's 1,352 of them. If you
I'm.
believe what the Lovin' Spoonful says in that old song.
Oh right, yeah. No, I haven't met any of them.
Tony, can you make me a V8 grill for the backyard?
Why don't you make a V8 grill for the backyard?
Let's see. National Cats. Does anyone know of a YouTube video of a static display of a V2 air conditioning system? Do you know about that?
I think I might have seen something. Oh God, where did I see that? They're actually pretty interesting devices. Where did I see that? There's a channel that has all these Chrysler service films. Can't think of the name of the channel, but I did recently, like I'm going to say like in the last 6 months or so, I did actually watch a factory service video about Chrysler AC, the air temp system from those cars with the V2. Well, Maggie's doing good, girl. She wants to be like mommy.
Kill you. GTI Warrior says, man, you guys do great with the scripts. It's like actually reality TV. Special Agent James says, Vortec count as old school SPC heads. Good for the price. Jim A, if you were looking for an old C body, which one would you go for?
I think I'd be looking at a fuselage car. I like the 70 Furies. Out of all of them, I think I like the 70 Furies the best. 70, 71, I mean 69. That range, 69 and 71 Fury.
Jacob Phillips says, how hard is it to make a non-AC duster an AC duster?
Okay. The firewall is different. I don't know if you realize this or not, but the firewall, all your A, B, and E body cars, C body cars, they all have different firewalls for AC and non-AC. So your best bet is to find a section, a donor section. It's not. You don't have to change the entire firewall, but just the firewall with the heater box, that assembly built in. It's about EA much of the firewall. So you're best off finding a donor section from an AC cart and then just grafting it in. Easiest way to do it.
Raining Slant 6 with a chance of cannonball sent you super chat.
Thank you.
Tony, a while back in one of these lives, you teased us with the promise of bringing onto the live with you an old friend who was auto engineer and fellow racer. Who was it, and when are you gonna have him on?
Oh, he's not an engineer. He's a historian. Uh, he knows intimately, like knows a lot or knew because a lot of these people have passed now. A lot of the engineers from that period of time, from the 60s and the 70s. So like soon. I've just been sidetracked with so many things mentally, right? That I just keep forgetting. I keep putting things off, and I'll get to that later. I'll get to that later, and then later is like a month later. So soon I will contact him. I'm actually glad you reminded me.
I forgot to. Beagle Bob, would you fly cut your own pistons or bite the bullet and buy ones that fit for piston to valve clearance?
Well, see, it depends. Are the pistons you need, are the valve reliefs deep enough in the pistons, the ones that are available to meet your needs? I would probably have them fly cut. Once you know how far it's got to go, and then of course you have to be concerned with the thickness of the piston itself. Man, that's a trick question, and it's going to depend on the engine. The engine, how much relief you need, the type of piston that you're using, the thickness of the piston. That's a tough question, and it's going to be individual to your particular deal.
Tin Engine says my voice is soothing.
Really?
Tony's not gonna agree. He's gonna be like, "You're still talking. Stop talking." That was very nice of you. That's very nice.
See, people are always saying nice things about you.
Yeah, people say nice things about me. Yeah, they do. They like me. People really like me.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. Now I'm self-conscious about how I'm talking.
Just talk normal.
I'm trying to. All right. Just by Claimer pistons, Tony could crawl out of a full rollover and his cigarette would still be in his hand. Okay, so somebody was asking
I
me.
have.
Somebody was asking you if you're going to do more trail riding.
Yeah, I want to.
Saying it was hilarious with the cigarette in your hand. When I saw that video, I started cracking up.
That was unintentional. I didn't think that the cigarette was going to be in the shot.
But you knew the handlebars were in the shot. We set that up so the handlebars were in the shot. So why didn't you think the cigarette would be in the shot? You said set the camera so you can see the handlebars.
Well, the handlebars come up like this and they go out.
Uh-huh.
And I thought when I kind of looked at it, it looked like it was just the center part of the handlebars that you weren't seeing my actual hands.
Oh.
So I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah. It's the funniest part of the video. Do you still have the Miata?
No.
No. Tony, how about shoes? Believe in them? Do you believe in shoes?
I've seen shoes. I know they exist. Yes. I believe in shoes.
I'm a little worried about Ari.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just a little worried about him. Winky is dead, Zero says.
Yes, long dead, long gone.
Let's see. Oh, so we're 2 hours in.
Oh, we really?
Mm-hmm.
That was fast.
Yep.
Well, I'll take a couple more and we'll call it a night.
Fluxy is dead, yes.
Fluxy, yes, the original Fluxy is dead. Fluxy 2 is doing good.
True bike enthusiasts can have fun on any bike with two wheels. Mini bikes are awesome.
It's true.
So,
That's absolutely right.
Brendan Knight, I'm in that valve relief dilemma too. Just bought a trick flow top end and a scat stroker kit. Now I'm worried the pistons could hit.
Well, that's what pre-assembly is all about. You want to put the engine together with head gaskets, the ways, and you need to check the piston and valve clearance. There's so many different ways to do it. You use clay and But that's something that's it's essential. It's a big part of building an engine with tight clearances.
Michael Osborne says, Tony, did you ever get your Royal Enfield, and what model did you order?
I didn't. I didn't. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Uh, I wanted a classic 350, and it had to be red and chrome. The chrome with the red. It's just beautiful. Um, I wanted almost to look at it when I wanted to ride it, but that's besides the point.
The other ones are pretty though. The green and
The red is
tan.
just,
They were both really pretty.
yeah, but the red does it for me. The red does it for me. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a while. I just got rid of a bunch of bikes. I'm down to I got my Harley and my Super Cub over here, and I got a little Yamaha I gave my kid, which he hasn't ridden, but it's sitting over at my shop. I've been riding it a lot lately. Fun little bike. Fun little bike. Um, but yeah, I've gotten rid of a lot of motorcycles because I'm trying to simplify things. I'm trying to like pare down and simplify. So, but I'll probably wait until like maybe early next year, and then I'll pick up a Royal Enfield.
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's see. What was the deal with wingtip shoes and power shifting in the 60s? I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know. How was that battery that you revived with the welder doing?
I've lost track of it. I used it every day for like, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months. And then I gave it to John Wilburn. He came down here to drop something off. The battery was dead in his truck, so I says, here, take this one. And then he used it for a while, and as far as I know, it's still kicking.
What else are you selling?
Well, there was going to be one car that's going to be on the chopping block, so it was going to be the Slant, and then I decided that the least versatile car I have. Hey, the least versatile car I have is the Plan Z roller, so I decided that that's the one that's going to go, and all of the Slant 6 stuff is going to get transferred over to the Mule.
Franco was saying, Tony, you're selling your 61 Sportster. How
going?
much? You want to?
Oh, Franco, I had no idea you wanted it. I sold that.
It.
I sold that about 3 months ago.
Let's see. Mrs. Landy must stay.
Yes, Mrs. Landy is definitely staying.
Are you going to the Montparnasse or Carlisle?
Montparnasse.
Are you friends with Rick Ehrenberg?
No, not even a little bit.
Elaine says, morning, Uncle Tony and Kathy from Australia. Good morning.
Morning.
Brigons, headers or Magnum exhaust manifolds for power?
Headers.
Does the Belvedere have a Slant 6 right now?
It has nothing in it right now.
It's empty.
It was originally a 318.
Standing Foot, are there any car parts used to launch Elon Musk's rockets? Elon Musk's rockets.
I have no idea.
Danny Wood says, good day, Dada, are you selling your 55 Chevy? I need a body for my body tag.
I can stick it in a bag and send it to you.
Ox Auto. I bought a 69 River to get running and sell, but now I don't want to sell it.
Look, now Darla just did good girl. They all want to be like mommy.
I'm going to kill you. What's the Ehrenberg story? I'm going to ask you light questions that'll make you squirm now because you're harassing me.
Well, it's not going to make me squirm.
Oh,
Ehrenberg
okay.
does not like me. He hasn't liked me since before he even started doing Mopar Action, is it? Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. I've never had any, I've never said or done anything to, but he does not like me. It actually came down to a point back in the 1990s. See, I don't mind talking about this stuff. It came down to a point sometime in like the middle 1990s. I started doing a little bit of writing again. I was writing for Superstock and Drag Illustrated. I did some stuff for Hot Rod. I did stuff for a couple of different magazines here and there. And Cliff over at Mopar Action wanted me to do some Hemi stuff for him. Because at the time it was all Hemis all the time. And
I'm gonna get her in. Keep talking.
yeah, Ehrenberg threatened to like quit cold turkey if Cliff bought any articles from me. So why he's like that, I have no idea. But it goes back to the 80s. It goes back to the 80s. Oh no, Kathy disappeared again. Hang on, I'm coming around. Oh, this is hard. Okay. Here we go. Oh, she's back.
Are you serious?
I was panicking.
Oh my god. I can't. You're making me crazy. He's making me crazy. All right. We spent a lot of time together,
I look pretty.
don't we? Yeah, I set that up for you.
Yeah.
So you would look pretty. Can you see the? No, I'm gonna have to put lights in the garden so you could sit over there.
Yeah, we definitely spend way too much time together, but it's circumstance. It's circumstance.
Circumstance. That's nice, Tony.
Well, you realize there
He's
have
so
been like
romantic.
there have been years, like literally years, when we would see each other like all of like 12 minutes a day, right? Just passing like that.
That's
And
some female behavior. Okay.
and now it's like we're working together with this, and now we're together a lot. So it comes and goes in cycles.
It's funny. I'm just busting Tony's chops. All right. Such a ladies' man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, romance
Yeah,
is my
very
my
romantic.
second freaking nature.
You're hilarious. Okay. Your favorite Charger body style, what is it?
71.
Riff Raff.
Specifically the 71.
Riff Raff Rackus. Did you put the fence up when you bought the house to hide the cars?
Yes.
Yes. Alfredo says, good evening, Tony. I really enjoy your videos, especially these Sunday Night Live sessions. Super cozy hanging out with you guys.
We try to make it cozy, but not too cozy. You've got your pants on.
You don't
there,
want to get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He says, also, I love your videos. Go straight to the point and are free from BS and very informative in the way you explain things.
Thank you.
Let's see. Charlie says, hey Tony, every so often I see Rick E at Bear Mountain car shows Wednesday night. Should I say hello? Charlie Roman.
Oh yeah, no. Tell him Tony says go fuck yourself.
Tony! That's terrible.
Yeah, but you know I don't really care.
No, it's terrible that he would threaten to leave because he didn't want you selling any work.
That's
awful.
He threatened to leave Cliff. Threatened to leave Mopar Action if Cliff bought any stories from me. Of course he'll deny that, but that's.
Well, you just like to put things out there, Tony. Thumper put trees around his place to hide the cars. Zugi says, I have people that hate me that I have no idea why. Everybody does.
Welcome to my world.
Everybody does. Let's see. Sorry, Tony, I didn't mean to insult you. I'm building a 350 small box Chevy. Your videos are very awesome, Terry says.
Oh, I didn't take insults from. I don't even know what you would have insulted me about, but I didn't take any insult to anything.
No, yeah, nobody's insulted.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mopar Man. Tony, I'm in the process of fix the torque converter issue on the Valiant. We'll have to ship off 65 converter plus 70 converter and have both combined to make one. Do you understand what he said? Ow, son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Okay, you don't know why you understood it? Pants, what is this pants talk?
Keep your pants on.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness.
I know.
Tony.
Like we're all friends.
Oh.
We're all friends. We wouldn't be sitting here together now if we weren't friends. But we're not that good of a friend. So always keep your pants on.
Charlie's laughing.
Yeah. I'm sure Charlie has his pants on.
Franco says here in Jersey, GFY is a term of endearment.
Yeah, I don't mean it that way though.
You don't.
I don't mean it that way.
Or the dog's barking out. Oh, we have rabbits all over the place. Thumper says, who needs pants? What? Thumper.
Thumper, you're wearing pants. In my mind, you're wearing pants.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Danny boy, the more people that hate me, the less people I have to talk to. Stranger Sound is referring to the beginning of the video where you're talking about the weather. And he's saying, I walk around naked so I know if a climate is survivable. Tony taught me this.
What?
He says, he said, I walk around naked so I know if a climate is survivable.
Ugh.
Tony taught me this.
Look, I never taught anybody to walk around naked. First off, no man should ever be completely
Oh my
naked.
God. I can't.
There is
Okay, this is
there
like
is-
declining. We're like circling the toilet.
there is nothing sillier on earth than a naked man.
Okay.
Understand that.
Can we change the subject? Let me read you something else. Shorts and work boots. Okay. There you go. They're laughing. Tom James has a car question. What was that?
I don't know.
Do they know where we live and they know?
Yeah, I
if
think
there's a
I think
live
they
on?
must know that we're
Okay.
doing a live.
Ever seen a Holly vacuum secondary with long tubes from the primary squirter to the secondary boosters?
Yes, yes, that was a kit that they used to sell way back when. I've never used one. I've never actually seen one in the flesh, but I'm familiar with what you're talking about.
Honda Civic? Is that a Honda Civic?
I don't know what that was. It needs plugs or something.
Gross. Sounds like a rotary. Definitely a viewer ripping by. Probably not. Let's see. He says, cool, thanks. Well, breaks can be done in the time of a UTG stream. Oh, congratulations.
We time it
job.
specifically for that.
Yeah. All right. Are you done, Tony? You done for the night, you think?
I was done years ago, and we're just going through the motions now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness,
All right.
Tony.
Are you done?
I think so.
Are they done?
Are you guys done?
They're done.
You need more rice? Man die at 40 degrees, but big blocks come alive.
It's true. A lot of oxygen there.
Zero says, thanks, everyone. Tava says, night, guys. Night, everyone. Good show.
So, our mods, Ari, Fubar Zero, guys, thank you so much as always. Everybody who contributed with Super Chat, it's always appreciated. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated. Thank you so much. You help keep the wheels turning while I'm having my stroke. Everybody contributed just with your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally. I don't know what's going on this week. Tomorrow I'm doing a history piece. Tomorrow there's a really neat car. My friend Gary French found this car and he sold it, and it's actually on another YouTube channel. But there are certain details about the car that are really interesting that I want to touch on. So I'm going to do tomorrow. We haven't done a history video in a long time, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. I got the converter for Sledgehammer, so the mission this week is to get the converter in that car and get it to the track this coming Saturday. I'm not sure what else is going on. More sanding and stuff on the Charger, of course. And that's it. Thursday night with Kiwi, 7 o'clock. And that's it, right?
I think so.
I think that's it.
I think so.
I don't know. I've gone away.
Is Ari doing after the Tony? I don't know.
There's Ari after the Tony. If you still want to hang out, go to Ari DeBernia's channel.
Is that it?
I think that's it. All right, make it stop now. Make it
Stop.
make it stop. I
I thought you like doing this.
I want to go back to normal.
What if I just leave it on all night?
No, I want a
I should
chimichanga or something.
Put it so like they can watch you sleep.
I don't care. I have no. Yeah, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Tony Cam all the time?
I would do
You
that.
want to do that? Yeah?
I'm good. Make it stop.
No,
I want
I'm
to
not going to make it stop.
make it stop now. I
No.
want to go inside
You
now.
shouldn't eat chimichangas. They're going to make you
I
fat.
want I want a
A
chimichanga.
sleep stream, right? Pull up your pants.
Keep your pants on until the show's over. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I always worry about that.
Don't even let your mind go there.
I can't help it.
Don't even let your mind go there.
It's like a phobia of mine.
Oh, wait. We have merch.
Oh, yes, we have merch, but nobody cares right now.
But you have to tell people we have a new shirt.
Didn't we start this video?
Yeah, but there's new people.
Yes. You want to tell them what it is?
Can't you see I'm trying to work?
I can see you trying to work, yeah.
That's the new shirt.
Oh. It's a tool to aid your productivity. We'll include it in the video tomorrow. I gotta sneeze. Oh,
Bless
shit.
you.
It's that sneeze that's been stuck in my nose for the last month.
They want the sleep cam.
Good night, everybody. I'm leaving. I'm done.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.